Hello and welcome back to the Weird and Proud podcast. It's Sam and
James.
I'm trying to do a new thing at the end and see
That
how
was
that
beautiful.
goes. I know. I thought that was pretty nice. Hello everyone. Welcome back to another week. Hope everyone's off to a great week. And when you're listening to this, 4th of July will not. Well, it depends.
It's Tuesday.
I know, I forgot. For some reason, I keep thinking it's Monday. Like a Memorial Day, a Labor. It always
It
falls
is.
on a
It's.
Monday.
I don't think anyone's going to be doing any working on Monday.
True. I know I'm not. We have a great episode for you guys today. It's gonna be fireworks. Baby, you're a firework.
That was lovely.
Right? Well, I'm just really into the singing. Because all the songs that people have been sending me.
You should tell the people that listening about the songs.
I'm sure at this point most of you guys, are following me on Instagram. And if you are, I did a recent little story segment.
This is beautiful. I loved this. This was so cute.
And we were just talking about all the songs that we sing to Prue. And so I had people submit the songs that they sing to their animals. And it was pretty incredible.
It was beyond incredible. If any listeners out there did send in songs, they were amazing. Yes. I could not stop laughing, crying.
Were just
all the emotions,
so much serotonin,
all the good emotions. Yes.
And I did make a highlight. So if you missed it, if you go into my highlights, you can see them all because there were a lot. And it's it's just good to know that, we are all doing the same weird shit.
Talk about weird. I know. That's what I loved about it.
There's some songs
funny.
I'm like, oh my God, we sing an identical song. It's just funny how they all are kind of similar. Everyone's just.
My favorites are, and I do that a lot, is when you take a song from your childhood and all you're doing is adding in words. You keep a simple beat, but it's about your animals.
Yeah.
Those are the best.
It's so cute. So that was amazing. So now I'm just in a sing-songy kind of mood, but it's also Friday.
If any listeners have not participated and you sing weird songs to your animals, please submit them.
Yes, please do. Or just a story about, I just want to hear about your animals. I just want to. Did you ever see that YouTube video that was I love cats. I love every kind of cat. I just want to touch them, but I can't hug every cat. It's this.
Sounds like a great song.
And that's just what I just want to hug all your animals. I just want to hug them and kiss them and give them.
This is true.
But it's Friday heading into the 4th of July weekend when we're recording this. So when this comes out, we'll be in Maine. We're going up to the Portland, Maine area to see the fam. And it's very exciting, other than the fact that it looks like it's going to basically not pour, but thunderstorms every day.
I still wonder if those are just going to be little tiny squalls and they'll just move along and we'll get a little rain during the day, but then we'll get some nice weather.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping
We can hope. We can dream. But it's the weather lately, it's the El Nino.
That's Spanish for
the Nino.
There you go.
That we've had all this extra wetness. It's wet around here. It's been raining a lot around here in these parts too, in Connecticut. And now the smoke's back. So great. We've had 2 days of sun, actual sunshine. I feel like. And
the lack of wind is the killer.
I know, it's so weird.
Dead air.
Dead.
The ghosts must be around.
Spooky. So yeah, we're gonna be in Maine, and pray for us. It's a lot of family. We do stay with my fam, and although obviously I've talked about it. My parents are divorced, so it's you got to do the whole song and dance when it comes to half here, half there. If you've divorced parents, you know. So yeah, it's gonna be, but it's fun. My family is great. They're a little crazy, but what else would you expect with a child like moi? It's not like you would think I'd come from a normal run of the mill family.
I wonder what came first, the crazy or the child.
Definitely
the child or
definitely
the
crazy. Definitely the crazy. So it'll be good. And we have also, for other travel plans that are very exciting, I'm coming to San Antonio at the end of July, on July 29th. Hopefully James is going to come too, but it's kind of a short trip, just a weekend, but I'm going to the San Antonio Zoo to do a little, I'm doing like basically a partnership collab with them. They have like this whole setup for Guinness World Records of like all the animals that have broke records. And this is like one of the top zoos in Texas. And like I'm also really hoping that someone's not going to tell me anything bad about them. But what I've looked and researched there, the best zoo in Austin, they've been ranked number 1 in Austin. They're like they have like a whole humane society part of it. So it looks like they are like doing their homework, treating the animals.
It does. I've enjoyed seeing everything that they do on the Instagrams.
Yeah. So we're gonna do like a little meet and greet and a taco eating competition. So come if you're in the San Antonio area, come say hi. And if you have any San Antonio recs, even though it's gonna be 110 degrees, I don't know how you people do it, but it's gonna be a million degrees. So like you really like can't, I feel like, go outside for like longer than 10 seconds. Like I'm sweating right now and this room is like maybe 75 degrees. But I'm always sweating and it's just right here. It's just on the upper lip. Because if we put our air conditioner on, it's so loud. So it's like, it's a constant struggle. It's a hard life that we live, James.
So many problems.
Anyways, so that's just what's going on in our world. But we got a great show. We got some weird stories. We did have a good show. It's not really weird, but a really good show that we watched. And of course, we got some weird ass secrets. So, James, what's going on with you? Anything you want to share with the folks at home?
I'm excited for Maine.
James loves Maine. I feel like, Maine is like a northeast version of Wisconsin.
Yeah, it is absolutely
with the ocean,
with the woods
instead of Maine has lakes.
It's got the woods and then it's got the ocean.
Yeah,
and it's got good food.
Amazing.
I love the seafood. I want to eat a lot of seafood when we go up there.
Yeah, like every time we go up there, we just want seafood. And especially like specific types of seafood that you just can't get as good around here. Because of course, like Connecticut, we're on the water. Like obviously we live outside of Manhattan.
But it's no offense to Connecticut and their fishing. There's wonderful fish around here. But the water quality is just not as good around here as it is up in Maine. And the fish are it's just so delicious. So if you haven't been, get your booty up there sometime.
Get your booty on up. It's I would say the haddock is one of the things too. Like if people like ask what's the difference, I feel like you can't get good haddock anywhere around these parts. And haddock is like a Maine specialty.
The scallops hit differently.
Scallops hit different. Sure. Oysters hit different.
Oysters for sure. And then of course Maine lobster. That's without going.
Those are the ones that I need to have when I go up
there.
The
oysters for me are, and look, Norwalk is well known for oysters, but again, the water is different up in Maine.
Yeah. It's not the same.
Yeah, we're snobs.
Yeah.
And that's okay to be snobby about it.
Exactly. Maine over all other seafoods. But the other thing is we have never been to Washington. Oh, wait. Have you been to Washington?
I've not been to Washington.
But I've heard everyone's like, well, you gotta try. Like there are also like some specific things.
Again, it's North Pacific, right? That it is. The water quality is different.
Salmon.
Yes.
The salmon. They have some specific oysters too that you can't get.
Because I have had salmon in Alaska, and Alaskan salmon.
That really is different.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's one of those things where when you have that, you're like, oh, I get it.
Yeah, I get that.
I get this.
Yeah. So stay tuned for all the Maine content. Always gonna make the fam do some TikToks and obviously lots of food. So. And I always do put a list. Like people always ask for recommendations, and I even have like a little my faves highlight on Instagram too. So if you ever I put like some favorite restaurants around Connecticut, favorite restaurants. Where else do we normally go? I think I put like a Boston, New York City, and then so there's a couple like different lists in there. But anyways, okay. First off, I think we need to talk about this because we don't have to get too deep into this, but just a show I feel like everyone else is already watching. And again, it's not really necessarily a weird watch, but something we binged. And we're actually I feel like it's hard to find a good show these days that's not about something so dark that's still super you want to binge it. and The Bear on Hulu.
Great show.
Great
Well,
show.
great acting.
Great acting.
Really well written.
Great cast.
I like how do I put this? I can't even think. I guess each episode is kind of unique, and then partway through the season they throw you a whole curveball episode that gives the backstory to what's going on within all of the main characters' lives.
Yeah,
It's
good
very
character
interesting way that they do it, and it absolutely kind of gives you that break in the middle of a show when you're binge watching, and all of a sudden you might get bored with a middle episode because it's like, oh, they're really, how's this moving the story along? Or it's just kind of the same thing over and over. They smack and hit you in the middle. Yeah. And since it's a show about food, it's like the chef brings you in a amuse bouche that you're not ready for in the middle of your meal, and all of a sudden, bam, or maybe there's a gastrique that you get, and all of a sudden it's like, oh my god, clean palate, I'm ready for more.
Wow, so true. And it is the cast, like Jamie Lee Curtis we were talking about, like,
she is so freaking good in her role in that.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying, because what would you win if it's a show, not a Oscar?
Grammy.
No, Grammy's
that's
song.
Music. What am I talking about? Emmy. EGOT. I have to go through the EGOT.
I
thing.
know. Yes.
Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, Tony.
So many. Yeah, everyone. I've seen people tweeting. The kids are tweeting about how she should get
for supporting actress.
Yeah,
I can absolutely
just for, like,
see
that one
her.
episode.
Yeah.
It's just so good, especially if you love food. Like, I could just, like, watch, like, gorgeous plates being made.
And coming as a guy from the restaurant industry, it's really well written for the restaurant industry. There are parts of it that are.
That was what I thought was interesting too. Is you're like, this is all very realistic.
There's
it's not like they were glamorizing anything by any means.
For shows, it is a little bit, and I'm sure there's plenty of restaurant people like, oh, this is way over glamorized, but it isn't.
I don't know if they were glamorizing much. They're all like, freaking out the whole time.
Yeah, and that's kind of how restaurant industry is.
And they were like, by the end, they were still like, we're not going to make any money by this place.
Yep.
Oh shit!
Welcome to the restaurant. Welcome to the restaurant industry.
But so there's definitely going to be another season. But the first season was good. I think this season's a little bit better.
I like this season better than the first.
It's just different because now they have the restaurant. They're redoing the restaurant. All the challenges of opening a restaurant.
We agreed that it's the characterization, the character development.
The characters, you really love the characters.
Goes above and beyond in this one.
Yeah. So that's even though it's not weird, but that's like your recommended watch. If you haven't watched, I know a lot of people are out there, and it's on Hulu. I can't remember if I said that. All right, James. So I always love picking a weird story, like a true weird. Well, not that you guys aren't true. I mean, they're all true, really. But I love seeing what actual news organizations are writing up for real news articles. And they always are just the most insane topics. And I was reading them off to James, and I'm like, which ones do you like? And he was like, we should just do a quick run through of some of these really quick, because none of them are really deep conversations. So here are just some of the top weird news stories from this week.
Are you going to do an intro song about the top weird news stories?
I do need a song.
Yeah, we need a transition song here. The people need to know that we're moving on from one subject to another. Right.
It's weird, but it's true. Hey, it's weird. Wait, no.
That was good. Go with it.
It's weird, but it's true. Ooh. It's weird, but it's true.
That song is weird.
Hey, exactly. I was like, what's kind of hey, I don't know. I got to work on it. I got to workshop, gotta throw.
You can't be wrong in a brainstorming session.
No.
There's no wrong answers.
Okay, so first of all, I brought up to James, and I had just wanted to get your take on this because, science dog.
And you know what I'm going to say.
Orcas?
Yeah.
The orcas are killing everyone. The orcas are out for blood. They are out for murder and vengeance, and they don't fuck around. And they will take your boat down. And apparently there have been 4 people that have been killed recently because of this boat.
My heart
because of these orcas.
Always goes out to, it sucks when people die. But
yeah,
I hope that we're cognizant enough these days to realize that we better start learning how to live with nature and respect nature a little bit.
Not dump shit in their oceans. Or if someone came and just shit in your backyard, would you be like, hey, that's cool? Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, you're fine. And
Don't worry about it.
if they go out and kill these orcas just because they're killing humans, no, that's
No.
not right.
But what the article was saying is that also it's actually a good thing because they're not really out for blood. Like I love the idea of like
A
killing
Jaws type
orcas.
orca,
Yeah.
yes.
Just like because they hate humans, just like trying to kill all the humans.
They're being territorial.
Yeah. But they're actually just really young orcas. A lot, like I think they said something like almost 20% more baby orcas were born this year.
Good for the orcas.
So it is, so it's a good thing, but like, and they're not out for blood, they're just playing.
Yeah.
They literally
taking
like,
out some
ooh,
boats.
yeah, like a toy boat.
Yeah.
Let me just smack this to the ground. So it's not these like older, like, it's these younger, bigger pods of baby orcas that are like,
Love it.
yeah. I was like, great.
My heart always like, if you ever hear stories about someone gets attacked by a bear, these things are horrible. It's part of the risk of going into nature, and you got to live with that sort of thing.
Right.
And it sucks.
But there was like a group of people who were like doing like a racing, like a sailboat race or something, and they weren't hurt. I don't think, like, no one died,
Good.
but they were kind of like, yeah, whatever, like it's there. They were good. That's
the thing. All these people that don't spend
Like, what are
time
you gonna
around
do?
nature are the ones saying, "Oh, we have to take care of this."
Right.
But if you're close to it, that's just part of the risk. Yeah.
Right. Part of the risk.
Love that story. Go orcas.
Go orcas. Hashtag free the orcas.
Yeah. Well, SeaWorld and all that crap. Time to end that.
Oh yeah.
Time
they should
to
go
end that
kill
stuff.
SeaWorld.
That's
They should grow
kill
legs.
SeaWorld. Oh boy.
And go to SeaWorld headquarters and flip them over.
Should we give a disclaimer on why, though, that we are supportive of zoos and some organizations like that?
Because it is, well, a lot of them are rescues.
A lot of them rescues aren't going to survive in the wild anyway.
Yeah. A lot of them like need special attention.
And a lot of them,
for injuries or something.
People that work at these zoos and other facilities very much care about animals.
Yep.
And we're learning about them.
Yes.
We do learn how they interact in their environment, and we get to learn some things on how we can coexist.
Yeah. Exactly. It's not like they're going out trapping random animals in the wild and bringing them in for no reason. Okay, so here was another one that I read to James, and he was like, "Why are you smiling at this?" This is woman allergic to boyfriend. Trolls claim maybe he's cheating.
That was the one that you got of you. So you read 4 of them, and I liked them all. That was the one that you gave the most visceral reaction to. So I'm like, all right, I got to hear about this.
Well, like, she says she's gone to all these doctors, she's gone to these dermatologists. They don't live together, but she's been dating this guy for like 3 months. And every time she hangs out with him, afterwards she breaks out in a rash all over her face. Like her eyes blow up. Like if you look up, it's New York Post. I mean, New York Post literally trashiest.
Oh, so it's real news.
Yeah, so it's real news.
Got it.
But they
hard-hitting stuff.
She went to a dermatologist, she went to doctor after doctor, and no one can figure it out. She said all these allergy tests. She's had her boyfriend change shampoos, detergents.
Is it just a nervous reaction? Some people can break out in hives just from being nervous.
Or he's cheating, and her body knows. And her dead relative is sending a sign saying, don't go near him.
Do dead relatives give skin disorders?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
They can do lots. Ghosts can do some crazy shit.
I don't
You
doubt
don't want
their
to fuck
power.
with them.
No.
You do not doubt a dead person's power.
No. Wouldn't.
And she really hasn't figured out, but the internet thinks, you guys, that he's cheating, and they're trying to send her a sign, her dead relatives, and I believe it. So, because they haven't figured anything else out, like what else could it be? Couldn't be something logical like an allergy.
No.
All right, this is well, actually, okay. This is one that I was like, do we do this? But I feel like this is also one that I smiled. This is the title. These are like the title of these articles too. I made friends with a fish, and now we meet up every summer. So I'd actually seen this, like, of course, too. I think I mentioned this before. A lot of the New York Post articles are like stories from TikTok that people are sharing, and then they just write it into an article because they just can't come up with anything original these days. But they basically wrote about this guy who was...
Is this the guy from Japan?
No, there's a guy from Japan who also has a fish friend.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I don't think so. Calubra. Wait, no. No, that's the name. He's from Wisconsin.
Oh, nice. No, I didn't see this one. I would know.
Sorry, his name's Rex Calubra, and he claims him and his fish friend Elvis, are best friends. It
What
was like
kind of a
another.
fish is it?
It is a. Let's see. Um, a smallmouth bass.
Is it a smallmouth
It's
bass?
me!
It's you. You're a big mouth bass.
James,
There's a difference.
So mean.
You say that yourself.
I'm joking. So he just said that he was doing some dives in the area and he noticed that one fish was sticking around longer than the rest. And he said he would return every couple weeks and the same fish. And he said the fish remembered him and would swim up to him and he would feed him. And he says he doesn't know how he remembers me, but he has a scar on his face. So he thinks it might have been from being caught by a fisherman, and that's how he recognizes the fish, Elvis. But and he says that he couldn't find Elvis for a while, and then he feared he had passed, but he ended up finding him.
If you want a beautiful story of anything like that, go on Netflix and watch My Octopus Teacher.
Oh my God! Right,
Wonderful, beautiful documentary.
That is same idea. The guy becomes friend, but it's not even like really like he's like friends. Like he's more like.
No, they become friends.
Do they?
Him and the octopus. Absolutely.
But like, doesn't he like not save him? Like,
he does.
Alert? Oh, he does.
Oh yeah.
It's like, doesn't he get attacked?
He does.
He just like leaves him to die.
He says he doesn't want to. No, the octopus naturally passes.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
Spoiler alert.
Sad.
Yeah. That was a good Netflix documentary.
Definitely a weird one to think you become friends with an octopus, but you can.
And friends with a fish. Do you think this is real?
Absolutely. There's other stories like that.
Really?
That I've seen. I like those.
You know what else he says?
What?
And you can quote this. He says, I don't like sport fishing. I think it's immoral. I think if you that went down. It says, I think if you catch it, you should eat it.
You thought you were going to get away with that one.
Yeah.
If you catch it, nope, murder it. You thought he was going to be against fishing.
Yeah.
But nope, he backs everything I love. Fish, catch and release is okay.
Damn.
Thank you, guy from Wisconsin.
Damn. But yeah, well, that I know. See, that's why I do always feel bad when we go fishing and we catch all these fish and just to throw them back. It does always make me sad.
I know.
But
I love
and I can't
fishing.
tell if you guys are lying to me when you say that they can't feel the hook in their mouth.
They're fine.
See, I think you guys are lying. That makes me saddies. Poor fishy. So mean, James.
They're okay. They survived. He even thought that this fish that's now his friend had probably got not a fish. I don't have the same mouth structure as a fish. It's
I
a
do.
different
try it on
scenario. No, you would not enjoy this.
No. There's got to be some like graphic horror movie about that somewhere.
Oh, I'm sure there is.
Here there was one last one.
Yeah, I knew there were 4.
Yeah. This one I thought was special. It's my husband and I go on naked walks together.
You didn't elaborate on this one.
These two, they're from the British, and they're naturists, and they walk around naked in public. Oh, so they're from England, and in England, it's not illegal to be nude in public. Wow, English people. Is that really true?
They're kind of, you would think that they're prudes, right? Isn't that kind of what you think about?
Right.
Not really prude. Maybe that's not the right word.
So you can walk into a grocery store ass naked.
You can?
I don't know. I'm asking English people, my British out there.
I wonder if there's a difference, because there is something different about being in public. Right?
Well, it says the Sun reports it is not illegal to be nude in public in England.
But like going into a store, that's not necessarily a public place. That is a that is a business, right? Even though the business wants the public to come in, the business may not appreciate no shirt, no shoes, no service situation.
That's why they can walk down the road, but like you can't like go into a store. Right. Okay, I guess
just a thought.
I was going to say that's like kind of
that's my
crazy
thought on the topic.
But yeah, that's so fascinating. I guess a lot of European places.
It'd be like when we were in Spain with the nude beach.
Yeah.
You don't see people walking up to the bar naked, the beach bar naked.
Right.
They put their suit on, go to the beach bar. So maybe that's an example of what we're kind of seeing here.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, I guess I just feel like, is that really comfortable? Is my question. I don't really like. I just like something because it's kind of like a little blankie around me. Like I don't want something super tight, but like I feel like then like your holes are open.
Yeah, it doesn't sound safe.
Like if you sat on something weird as a woman, I mean, even as a guy,
Even as a guy.
your balls.
Yeah. No, I don't want bugs biting those.
No.
No, I want those covered.
Right.
Yeah.
And like, if you sat on something cold or like your butt can handle it, like through, but like your raw balls.
Don't want that.
Do your balls touch if you sit on something, or your balls fall that far? I guess your balls don't fall that far. Tell me about your balls.
I mean, that's probably everyone wants to hear about this. Very intriguing.
Well,
topic.
the guys probably already know, but I'm just curious. Like, if you're sitting down, are your balls touching?
Depends what angle you're sitting. Your hips are sitting at.
Okay. Because like my Gucci's, so like if
I'm like rolled leaning forward and that bench is cold, I'm gonna know it.
Right. Got it. So, how much did we learn today, you guys? Do you guys feel like educated, kind of? I feel like that is one thing we can always promise.
I wonder if anyone played along and looked these stories up as we were going through it.
You could. I know. I always wonder if I should ever put the links to the, cite my sources, do a bibliography at the end of my. Oh my God. Do you remember doing bibliographies in school?
Oh, I was a science major. We had to be very
Those were
particular
so
on our
annoying. And there were
references.
certain like ways that you had to credit.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, how stupid. And I never did that ever again. And I wasted how much of my life doing those stupid fucking bibliographies. I've never even thought about a bibliography since I was 22. Literally, have you?
I'm glad you remember the name bibliography.
Yeah. What's the other word for table of contents?
Index.
Index. There's another word that was really annoying. All right. I feel like it's time. It's that special time of the program.
Yay!
Where we get into your weird ass secrets. And they're weird. They are weird. And if you want to send us a weird secret, you can send it to speakpipe.com/weird-and-proud-pod. Again, that's speak, speakpipe.com/weird-and-proud-pod. And we love when you are in like a, maybe a private space, so there's not background noise, minute and 30 seconds. And we appreciate you. We love your stories. We love your weird facts. And we got some good ones for you. So, James,
I'm excited.
Are you ready?
Prepared
for the first secret?
Hi, Sam. Hi, James. Greetings from northern Minnesota. This is a story about how I got an accidental golden shower, kind of. So, my husband ended up getting a boil right between his butt cheeks. If you can imagine, it was extremely painful for him, even just to walk because of the friction, the rubbing. You can imagine it hurt. So, the doctor recommended we did Epsom salt baths. So, and to give you an idea, my husband's 6'4", 340 pounds, and our bathtub was in the basement. So I assisted him down those stairs. It took us a while to get down there, but we finally got him situated, got him in the bathtub, and this motherfucker tells me he has to take a piss. And I'm like, okay. So rather than trying to get him out of the bathtub because we just got him in, I'm like, let me find something for you to pee in. So I found a 16-ounce, basically pint glass from the bar, and I'm holding it for him while he's peeing, and he starts peeing a lot more than I thought he had to, and before I know it, the glass is filling up rather quickly, and I'm getting grossed out because he's got like old man pee. It's gross. It stinks. He thinks it's fucking funny. He's laughing, and as he's laughing, the pee is proceeding to spill out of the cup onto me, into the bath, and he just thought it was the funniest thing in the fucking world. So basically, in a nutshell, my husband pissed on me. But that's, maybe that's just true love. So anyway, I just want to say I love the podcast. Sam, I feel for you being in a relationship with a Packers fan because I am married to one, so I can imagine we have a very similar circumstances we got to deal with. So anyway, love you guys. Love you, James. Bye.
Which town in Minnesota did they say they were
I don't
from?
think she said which town she's from. She said upper Minnesota. I think she said northern Minnesota.
Now that's some true friggin' love right there.
That is, yeah. If you peed on me, I would
pee
on you back.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I'm like, you'd probably just pee on me back.
You know what that reminds me of is that Scary Movie. I think it's Scary Movie 2 when he's like, talk dirty to me. And she's like, I'm going to piss on your face.
Oh, that's yes.
And then they just start peeing on each other. Classic.
Now, every week, I love to think, do we get the message out of what a weird and proud story might be?
Yeah.
And if this, then there's been plenty of other ones that have
gonna...
have encapsulated what weird and proud might be.
Yeah.
But that story of love and laughter,
laughter, and urine,
butt ache, and urine, like that story encapsulates weird and proud.
That really does.
Kudos to my Midwest and Packer fan brethrens out there. That is wonderful.
Brethrens.
I'm very excited to hear more from you guys during the season. I happen to be wearing my Packer
you're
shirt.
wearing your Packer
Weirdly
shirt.
enough, I'm wearing my Packer shirt for this episode, so it was kind of meant to be. It
starts soon, guys. You only have a little bit left, even though James is doing his friggin'...
It never stopped.
Yeah, no. By the way,
don't
James
think it ever stops.
Does practice.
I haven't done one since this last weekend.
Okay, but
haven't done
the
one
fact
this
you've
week.
done like more than one.
But on the drive to Maine tomorrow, there will be multiple.
They're basically like pretend drafts.
Mock. They're called the mock drafts.
Sorry.
They're not pretend. They're practice.
Play pretend. He's playing pretend.
It's only pretend if it isn't going to be real and help you in the future.
To pretend for his pretend football team.
Yep. That's pretty much it. You nailed it.
Yeah, he never stopped. He never stopped being obsessed.
It's like being a Taylor Swift fan. You can't let your guard down.
Wow.
That's my Taylor. The NFL is my Taylor Swift.
The NFL is my Taylor Swift. That makes me want to puke. Yeah, the fact that you took that like a champ. Have you ever peed on anyone, James?
I peed on myself when I got stung by a jellyfish one time.
Well, everyone pees on themselves in the shower.
Do you for fun?
Yeah.
Have I ever peed on someone else?
Even by accident, obviously.
Oh yeah, locker room showers.
Oh yeah,
I've told you that story.
Oh yeah, that's right. We've talked
Basketball,
about that.
Yeah.
That's
definitely
disgusting. Boys are so. Did you hear that cat?
There was a very distinct animal sound. They're playing.
There's a crazy animal sound going on. I don't think you guys can.
Yeah, peed on some of my buddies in the shower.
That is so like. Can girls even imagine that, like being in the shower with your friends and you're just peeing on each other?
You gotta have your head on a swivel, 360
That's
degrees.
So disgusting. I would actually lose my mind, even though. And I was just talking about this when someone had sent in a secret on my Instagram stories about like how urine like really is not that gross. Not that gross, but like it's really useful. Like she was saying how it is gross, but she uses it for like urine. They use it in their garden, which is something I can't remember if we've talked about that.
I've peed in the when I didn't really plant much this year. I wanted to take kind of a rest year, but I've peed in our garden many times,
James,
many nights.
Great,
I'd go pee out there. Yep, not on the actual plants. Like on
I was gonna say, I'm like, did you wash then? Because I feel like I would go grab
we always wash, and I would always wash. No.
This is a
you pee on the roots.
Rusty taste.
Yeah, this cucumber is a little sour. I'm making pickles for you.
Ew!
A pickle for my pickle.
A pickle for my pickle. That's
from my
disgusting. From my pickle.
Hey, let's talk about this or the fantasy football. Which one you want?
Oh my god! Like honestly, but. And right, it's also can be used for cleaning. Apparently, like
ammonia.
Yeah, right. Ammonia.
It's there's
yeah
nitrogen left over.
Right.
No
crazy.
Ammonia is what, an NH3 plus. I think that's the chemical symbol for it.
I don't know what you would use urine to like clean with though. Like you're not gonna like clean your tables with your urine.
No.
But like I don't know.
I bet it works really well on glass.
Let's pee on it. Let's go pee on the window.
Let's go pee on a window. Spray that sucker down. I'll go pee on the bathroom mirror. Clean that thing off.
Okay. Go do it. I'll film it and post it on TikTok for the kids. They're going to love it.
I don't know if that's something you do for the children. I believe that you could get arrested for that.
TikTok blows my mind because the other day I was scrolling and like, I don't know why this pops up on mine, but some woman, which totally fine. Like, and I get that this is like a natural thing, but she was breastfeeding her baby and then her tit fell out And like you could see full on tit, nipple, areola, full titty.
Apparently that's okay in England.
But I was like, there's well, right.
Was
well,
she in
it should
England?
be okay anywhere, but like
It should be.
it was just because it's on TikTok, and like TikTok has banned me for like
pooping in the backyard.
pooping in the backyard.
You were mock.
Wasn't
You were
even-
mock pooping.
I wasn't actually pooping. I was just like bending over and looking like I was, but I was clothed.
You were mock pooping in the backyard.
Yeah, and then I also was like wearing a bathing suit, and it got and it's just like bizarre. But anyways, are you ready? That was such a great story.
How's the boil on your ass doing? I hope it's
how's
okay.
how do you get a boil on your ass?
We're well wishing. I hope you're okay.
Mm.
Well, it's kind of a skin pus thing, and then it gets very
like
raw.
a hemorrhoid.
I don't know if it's just like a hemorrhoid. It's a little different, but
like a pimple.
like a big, huge pimple that becomes extremely swollen and sensitive, like an open, like,
oh my god, in between
nerve.
your butt cheeks too.
So
that has got to be the worst thing.
That's
ever.
why she said that. Like that would be extremely painful because your butt cheeks are every time you move, they're rubbing together.
Oh my god, that sounds awful.
Yeah, imagine a huge, gigantic canker sore between your butt cheeks.
That sounds absolutely miserable.
I hope you're okay.
Yeah, I hope you're okay. I hope your boil's better.
If you were a Viking fan, I would not hope you're okay.
I hope it got worse.
Yeah. Hope your ass falls off. But you're a Packer fan, so I hope you're okay.
That's nice. Okay. Are you ready? Okay, so let me just preface that whoever this girl is, I love you. You're nuts. You're absolutely nuts. This is a pegging voicemail.
Oh.
And not that I would think at this point you would have children nearby, but this one's not NSFW. Do you know what that stands for, James? NSFW. You heard that expression? No. It's not suitable for work.
Oh.
But it would that would always used to be something like if it's it's talking about sex or like boobies. Be like this is not suitable for work.
NSF. I've never heard it phrased that way before. Nope.
Yeah. See? Look at it. I mean, I think probably most of you, because James is just out of the loop. You just don't know your expressions with the kids.
No, I don't know those things.
Do you know what POS, not piece of shit, but POS means on AOL Instant Messenger?
No.
Parent over shoulder.
Oh, really? Did not even know that one.
Yeah.
Nope.
So if you were talking and then your mom came in and you didn't want them to see what you're saying, POS, parent over shoulder. That was, oh my god, AOL. I miss it so much. Those were the simple times. Just AIMing, setting away messages.
Just loved it when it was just a rotary phone.
James wants to go back to faxing.
I love the rotary phone. No, this was way before faxing. This was just a rotary phone, not even buttons. You had to dial.
Carrier pigeons. Fuck it. No technology.
Carrier pigeons and orcas.
Beautiful. Okay, so anyways, this is NSFW, and it is about pegging. Gird your loins.
Sam and James. It's your pegging girl.
I just want to say I did have a couple drinks before my last submission, and I'm really sorry, but this was actually a really traumatizing experience for me, and I've only ever told one person in my entire life. So now everybody knows. Yay!
Totally agree. Pegging is very personal, and yes, it's an art. For example, are you a beginner, you intermediate, or are you advanced? If you can't read between the lines, there's different size dildos. And guess what? There's more art to this. Okay, you gotta warm up the engine, right? You gotta get some lube on your finger and put it on the butthole. And then you gotta get the syringe and you gotta suck all the lube out. And then you gotta put that syringe with lube in the lubed butthole. And then you gotta shove all that lube in the butthole. And then you gotta put the lube on the dildo. Don't know if you're intermediate, beginner, or advanced, but you gotta put the lube on the dildo and then you gotta put it in there. And yeah, James, there was no seesaw. I'm just literally staring at this man, fucking him with a fake penis. And one time there was poo, so that was an experience. I also just want to say, I do see how women could get pleasure from this. You're pleasing your mans, and more power to them. Like the other pegger girl out there, go you. Go you. Go all of you. And you know what? To each their own. Have sex however you want. As long as you're happy, great. I'm happy for you. Bye.
So she had submitted a pegging story before, obviously. I can't remember if I played it or not because it was, she went into detail. She really laid out the specifics. And she went there, and I appreciate it. I think, I think we all really needed to think about how detailed it does go in, because some people just think you're just, show up and show out. But no. There's preparation.
She gave everyone something
There's
to
levels.
think about.
She really
gave everyone something to think about.
And I would wonder if you remember leaving that. I know you had definitely drank on the other one.
Never apologize for leaving a drunken. Yeah,
no,
don't.
By the way, it's
okay.
so unhinged. We love it.
Yeah, it's more encouraged than frowned upon.
Also, her name is. No, I'm just kidding. Can you imagine?
That's so mean.
I'm obviously kidding. They are, unless you specifically
say
wrote
your name.
Out your
we
name,
can't see it.
We would never. I'm sure if I send it to an FBI agent, but who has the time?
Speak pipe is very anonymous. They do a great job.
I was like, why are you yelling that so prematurely?
Because I can't say it without yelling it.
True.
It'd be like if you said our dog's name normally without.
Exactly. So, yeah, thank you so much.
That was wonderful. That was a journey. That was an absolute journey.
James had his butthole fully clenched the entire time he was listening to that voicemail. With anticipation.
Blocked off.
He was excited. No. And by the way, Pride Month will be over by the time this comes out. But if you really want to celebrate Pride Month, peg your boyfriend or your mans. Or peg anyone. Happy Pride. Hope everyone had a great Pride Month, by the way. Oh, shit. So that was amazing. Thank you so much for that amazing voicemail. A detailed, gorgeous voicemail about pegging. We love a pegging voicemail. We did kind of
run long already today, didn't we?
Two
secrets. We'll stay at 2 today.
Yes.
More secrets next week.
Yes. We literally, first of all, I'm sweating. We, again, have no air conditioning in this room. So I'm sweating. We're leaving for Maine first thing tomorrow. And get ready, get ready for some Maine content. We obviously too, I feel like I should mention, if you do want to call in to leave us a secret at any point, you can always call in at any time to speakpipe.com/weirdandproudpod. Again, they're always anonymous, unless I want to send it to the FBI, which I could, but I won't. We love you guys so much. We hope you have a safe and healthy 4th of July.
Watch out for the orcas.
But
they just want to play.
Don't get a boil in your butt cheeks. Definitely not.
No.
Don't do anything to get a boil in your butt cheeks. And don't just go to a hard, extra extreme level in pegging. Take it slow.
Learn from that voicemail.
What did we learn today? Oh, and you can be naked in England. So if you were in England, I say you just go for a walk naked. See how it is. Report back. Yeah, that's what we need. If you're in England, I need you to go for a walk, ass naked. And I need you to call into us and tell us how it was. And how free did you feel?
Was it worth it?
That's honestly what we really want to know is it worth it? And we love you guys so much.
You guys are the best. Thank you.
Make sure to call us in. Leave us your weird voicemail. Have a safe and healthy 4th of July. Go America. And we love you. Bye, weirdos.
Bye, weirdos.